Hi, my name is Michi Held. Welcome to Daily Drum Lesson. Today we're going to talk about one of the most famous Vinnie Colaiuta grooves, the displacement groove from I'm Tweaked. I'm Tweaked is a song from the band Charisma with Vinnie Colaiuta on drums. There is an incredible live recording of the song from the Modern Drummer Festival 2000. I link it in the description below. At 3 minutes and 7 seconds, Vinnie plays this ridiculous displacement groove, where he shifts his pulse against the rest of the band 1/16th note at a time. And that is what I want to show you today. But before we start, you have to be aware of the following concept. Let's take these 4 bars of the most basic 4/4 groove. If I play this with a quarter note click, all the clicks land right here, on the downbeats. If I now take the same thing, but make the last note of each bar a 16th note instead of an 8th note, this would be in 15/16th. And if I play that with a quarter note click, it would shift against the groove. On the first bar, it would be on all the downbeats, the first 16th note of each quarter. On the second bar, it's on the second 16th note of each quarter. On the third bar, it's on all the upbeats, the third 16th note of each quarter. And on the last bar, it's on the fourth 16th note of each quarter. Then it's shifted back to the downbeats. We will refer to these as position 1, 2, 3, and 4. We will come back to these later. Let's listen to the groove. Okay, this is the concept Vinnie uses for his groove. The whole phrase is 8 4/4 bars long, and he will go through the whole click cycle twice. It's extra difficult because the shifts happen at very weird places. Here is the whole thing, and as you can see, there is nothing difficult happening on the kick and the snare. They are just alternating. So the good news is, the only thing we have to worry about are the time shifts. To make this easier to read, we will put this together in a different way. Not as 8 bars of 4/4, but as a bunch of odd meters. So we get a new bar each time we shift the groove. The first shift happens right here, where Vinnie plays the 16th note. So this would be a measure of 19/16th, or in other words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5/4 minus 1/16th. Next up is 27/16th, or 7/4 minus 1/16th. Then we got 23/16th, or 6/4 minus 1/16th. After that we got 19/16th again, 5/4 minus 1/16th. And then we got a short one, 9/16th. Think of that as 3/4 minus 3/16th. I'll talk about why this is minus 3 a bit later. And the last one is 31/16th, or 8/4 minus 1/16th. So the most important part here is to understand that these two notations, the left one and the right one, are the same. The left one is in 4/4, but way harder to read, and the right one has all these crazy time signatures, but is easier to get your head around. Now we add the quarter note click, and on the 4/4 notation, this looks really easy. On the odd time notation, this now looks a bit weirder. So on the first bar, we are on all the downbeats, or as we established earlier, position 1. Here we are on position 2, position 3, and position 4. The next measure is a bit tricky. All the others were 5/4 minus 1/16th, 6/4 minus 1/16th, always minus 1/16th. but this one is 3/4 minus 3/16. This is because we not only lose 1/16 note by playing this last note as a 16th instead of an 8th, but we also skip an 8th note, which should be right here. We go from the kick right to the snare without the hi-hat in between. So this is position 1, going right to position 3 for just one click, and then to position 4 on the last measure. The last thing we need to talk about are the crash accents. These always come in when a shift happens on a kick drum, just to emphasize the new 1. So we got 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Let's listen to this masterpiece of a groove. One of the most important things as a drummer is to always be aware where the 1 is. And that really is the big problem with the notation I just showed you. It's very easy to get lost. So this is a great way to practice and learn a groove like this. But the goal should always be to feel it as 4/4 and not as this bunch of odd meters. I'm still working on that. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you like this, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a like, write something nice in the comments below. You can watch some more of my videos over here. And if you want to make more videos like this possible, consider joining my Patreon campaign. I put a link to that in the description below. Thank you and bye bye.